I love the way that Corita talks about play and work, or their action words. It's a doing, it's a bringing things into being. What really needs to happen as an artist is that you kind of need to just get into this repeated dance where you're just like trying new things over and over and over again. You're developing a sense of confidence, kind of like in the exploration, in the journey. I used to be a high school teacher. One of the things that I had to teach was irony. How do we make recipes for irony? So what I would do is I would have them do things like, okay, I want you to think of two things that are kind of opposite. So I'd say, tell me everything that you think of when you think of a baby bunny. So they say things like, oh, it's cute and fuzzy and helpless and brand new and soft and cuddly. And then I say, okay, so now tell me about a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And they say things like, they're hungry and loud and powerful and strong and they have really short arms. They're kind of just reckless. And I'd say, okay, perfect. Now, what I want you to create is I want you to create a short-armed, reckless, hungry baby bunny. And I want you to create a cute, cuddly, soft, fuzzy Tyrannosaurus Rex that you want to snuggle with. What I realized is that in that kind of switching, where we turn on our switch and move things around in our mind and then use the recipe of irony, we can get into a place where actually we have much more interesting thinking. I have to make a lot of posters that have strong messaging on them. The posters are usually about different social issues. The problem is that there's language that's associated with specific social issues that's really tired. People actually don't hear it because they're exhausted by it. What if I use the language of like the weather to talk about my relationship? Or what about if I use the language of like farmers or horticulture to talk about, I don't know, like the ways that we actually want to discipline children? And so by thinking about like more specific kind of like niche ways of describing things, or the language, the kind of like cultural language that we use within disciplines, and switching those things around, this helped me in developing stronger messaging for posters. So for your assignment, make a list of some themes where you could pull for language. Imagine you're talking like you're a food critic. Maybe you're a sports announcer. I don't know, some sort of construction worker, engineer. And I want you to think of the language that they would use. And then I want you to give basic directions from your house to a friend's house using that language. So you may say something like, mouth-watering view up on the left with hints of salt water. Anyhow, I hope you have fun with it, and I hope this has been useful for you. Thank you for listening.